Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for another round of chemical competition. I am. We've got no webcam today, just kind of a preface. Just because it's. My grandfather needed to borrow it to video chat with my grandmother. Because during this coronavirus, no one's allowed in the nursing home, not even him. So they're going to video chat. So I've lent him my webcam as all of them online are dastardly fucking expensive now. The one I just had my Razer Keo, which is what he's using, was $100, and I have a spare one that's at my girlfriend's house, but she lives 2 hours away, and just got home today from Wyoming, and she, that's my $80 one. I was looking at it, I found the tiers below the $80 one I bought, and they're 150 and 200 on Amazon. That's crazy. So I wasn't gonna make him buy one. I just let him borrow my Keo, and I'll get him my spare Logitech one from my girlfriend whenever I see her next. So for now, today we've got no webcam, but that's alright, I suppose. So, without any further ado, here we are. Rockin' and a rollin'. And I hadn't realized that I didn't have the overlays on before, but I've got them active today. We are going and a rollin'. I believe our next stop was Road America, if I would be so bold. Yes, Road America, daytime. So, we're hopping right in. And here we go. But, so, no webcam for the day. I'm still here on the wheel. You should be able to hear it rotate there. I kind of jerked it a little bit left, a little bit right. Hopefully to make a little noise with it. So, we're still doing that. It'll be normal minus the webcam. Actually, I've just realized my gloves have gone missing. Oh, I stood up and I was sitting on them. So, we're on our way to Road America, my home track, here with us in the good old state of Wisconsin. So, here we are. What'd it do? Okay. This is probably not a fantastic track to be starting at, but it is what it is. We're in first gear. Get ready and go. Yeah, baby. Man. I mean, I say it, it's been across 3 streams I've been driving this car now, but it always catches me how slidey it is. I mean, I do have a fairly aggressive driving style as well that I definitely blame it on. But Just keep her in. Yeah. Slidey little boy. And I think I said this last stream, even though this is kind of my home track, I'm not so much of a fan of it. I'm just glad I haven't missed a shift yet. But I think it's because I'm a lot more conscious of what I was doing last time. She really wants to swing it. I may have cut that a little too much, but that don't matter. As long as we're not intentionally cutting it too hard, I don't mind cutting it a little bit. As long as all the cars are given the same opportunity. Okay. And that was a pretty clean lap. I liked that. Just under 3 minutes too. 2:58, 104. And I was going through, before I started up, I was going through and I saw that I'd done at least 10 cars. Because I found the Citroen 2CV in my times. Because I have all the cars in the games listed. So, ooh, this is the fastest car on Road America. But, like I said, that's the reason that this car is partially it is doing some of the faster times, is because it is a D. Most of the cars that I've driven have been like the original Beetle, the Volkswagen Bus, the 2CV, the Abarth 595. So, fairly older, slow, semi-luxurious cars. I was hesitant to put that on there because I was thinking of the bus as I said it. So economy, semi-luxurious, so not like race cars, not like the Auto Union Type D. But this car is, I know, however, I have raced, like I said, it's the new 15-ish, where's Sebring? I knew the new 15-ish Mustang GT I raced. So that I know that's one of the 3 cars that has been destroying it. And with this car having put the second fastest time at Monza, I'm not actually sure if I have driven all of the cars at all of the tracks. Especially because I did miss Rio in the 2CV. So I'm not 100% sure all of the cars have had all of the time or all of the tracks. Which, as time goes on, I'm going to try and do like one between each car. So I think I'll go back and do the 2CV on like Rio or something after this. And I think it was missing another track too, but I'm just gonna, that's how I'm gonna fill it in between each cars. And I think the car I've been thinking about driving maybe is a TVR, but at the same time, I don't know. I kind of want something. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright, I'll abort this lap. But, I'm kind of thinking I might pull out an Impreza or something. Yeah, baby. She handles decent. This is a very weird kind of flat track, though. But I believe Sebring started as an airfield, if I'm not mistaken. But I know a lot of tracks did. Like, well, obviously you can still see it at the Top Gear track in Dunsfold. Put power down too early. But, like, I know a lot of these tracks were originally round it. Ooh. It's time that I start actually pushing. I know I say that, but I know cleaner is better around the track, but I definitely want the cars to get good times. So I've been trying to play clean, but I can feel like I'm going faster now. Like that. If I would have stayed in it, that would have been a disaster. I do feel, in this car, I feel like a cop from the 70s. Or at least in one of those 70s TV shows. Like Starsky and Hutch or something like that. Or even like Driver San Francisco. They actually did drive a Challenger in that. I know it wasn't a show, but you know what I mean. And that wasn't really the 70s either, but that's how I feel. Like a private eye. 254.726. I feel like this will be one of the quicker times here because I probably have missed Sebring as I don't really enjoy driving on it. I enjoy watching the 24 hours, or the 12 hours, I mean. But, yeah, second fastest. And last but not least, we're taking this to Daytona. So, we shall see, I suppose. And then, we get to find something edits to drive. Like I said, I think I'm going to drop the... Alright, one lap around the tri-oval. That's all it gets. From 0 all the way around the track. No rolling start, nothing. Starting on the embankment. All the way around. Here we go. Though I will admit, this car does have me in the American feeling. I think I just thought of the car I want to drive, though. I want to drive the McLaren 12C. Whether I'm driving a race version or not. Keeper pinned. This is more of a kind of test top speed than anything else. But I thought it was a fun little thing to include. So 1 minute 8 something? 1 minute 9 1. I couldn't really get much faster than that. The car's keeping it at redline the whole time. 4th quickest run to Daytona. I'm gonna scroll up while we're here a little bit and figure out what this is. It is the 2CV. It missed Daytona and Rio, I believe. No, it missed Rio and Sebring is what it missed. So I might just pop those 2 races out real quick, and then we'll find something fun to drive. Because we all know well that Citroen's not going to be. And if I remember right, it has the same horrid suspension, not in real life, but like the geometry, the same horrid geometry that the Abarth has. And by that I mean that when you turn it a little too hard, it'll lift whatever front tire up off of the ground, and then you hit it and it'll slam down, and then it'll almost kind of like do a bunny hop. So as you're turning in, when it slams down, it lifts the other tire for half a second. So it goes like boot it, and it just wobbles, and then it kind of wobbles just a little bit as it comes back around too. So not that great. Kind of annoying, kind of sucky car. At least for track driving. Listen to that. Horsies. I knew it had to be coming sometime. I knew it. Ooh. It pops a little bit out of gear. I'm gonna have to take care of shifting it. The most exciting race you've seen in your life. The Citroen 2CV going 60 miles an hour. Do I even have a 4th gear? I do. Do I have a 5th? I don't. Oh man, here it comes. I think I might have to downshift to make it up the hill. We're gonna find out. 51 miles per hour up the hill. We're losing speed. Oh, we're gaining again. And losing. And losing. Here we go. Cruising. Let's see. All the horses. We're unleashing it. Yeah. I can kind of feel the clutch pop, even taking care to shift well. I can feel it pop. All right. Come on, little Citron. The brakes are surprisingly good in this car. I keep getting scared, and I press the brakes way too early just because I don't think this thing's going to stop. But it stops a lot better than it looks like it's going to. It really does. And I also suppose we're not really breaking even into 70 miles an hour. I think we hit 75 going downhill in fourth gear. I bet that was the most exciting 4.5 minutes of your life. It sure was mine. 427,725. Ooh. Now we gotta go to Sebring. 427.725. Surprisingly, that does put it as the fourth fastest car around Rio. Sadly, we have to do another lap in this thing. Not of Rio, but of Sebring. So, we'll figure something out here. To the zippity do da day. Oh, I thought I had more money than that. I only got 2 milli. Alright. To Sebring. We shall rise from the ashes. Alrighty. I'm gonna take a little quick break. I'll be right back. And we back. Alright. Let me switch us back onto the game. And pull up chat. Alrighty. Down for a lap at Sebring. I'm not clicked on the game. Off to a roaring start. 0 to 60, not before the first corner. That is the benefit of this car is, for the most part, you can keep it pinned all the way around. That is a little indefinite part. And we're gonna hit 4th gear. It yoinks, but not in the good way. It, like, when I shift the gear, I need to almost wait longer for the revs to come down, because it, like, jumps. I don't know if that's just it being as old as it is. Yeah, I don't know if that's just it being as old as it is, or if that's just I'm keeping the RPMs too high, or because it's almost like performing a clutch kick when shifting. It's pretty much the essential of doing that. Up the curb. And we're still going. Off throttle. This is what I was supposed to do in the Challenger, but I came in way too hot. I don't even need the brakes on this car, really. I just let off and turn. The car's so wobbly that it just slows itself down. I'm trying to do it at 65 miles per hour because I think that's what's had the best results. 65 plus miles an hour shifting this thing. No, I think I was wrong about my judgment on this car, because over the 2 laps I've done, I didn't have it slam the tire down once. It definitely leans, and leans hard. 4 minutes and 6 seconds. .455. Puts it the 4th quickest car. But like I said, I've done 10 cars, this being one of the slowest, one of at least the 3 slowest. So it should place generally 8th or lower, is what I've learned about it. So, onwards of that McLaren now, I believe. I think that's what I want to do. That 124 Spider does kind of look intriguing though, and so does the X19. And so does the 8V Supersonic. The Formula Drift cars are going to be something else. They really are. Here, while I'm here, I think... Where was it? It was, yeah, the 2015 Mustang is what I had driven partially. I guess, because I thought I'd done it fully, but I guess only partially. I almost kind of want to do one of these. One of the FE cars, the Gen 1 cars. What's the difference between these two? Oh, it's the year. One's a 15, one's a 16. Okay, no time for distractions. Ooh. As I say that, I get distracted. I also kind of want to do one of these Velosters, because I drive a Hyundai in real life. Lamborghini. The Mura would be something fun. The Lancia would be as well. Let's see. McLaren. Do I own a 12C, first of all? I do. I'm gonna die once it comes to these old Formula cars. I utterly will die. Alright. So we gotta make sure, just do that double check that we've got a stock car. Install the stock parts. Was it stock? It is now. It was before, but it is now. I think the first race, well, the first one for sure is a drag. It's the Dubai quarter mile, and then it's the test track full mile, and I will try and remember from there. But while we're going, I do have to change the assists a little bit. This car will have ABS, and it's a manual rather than a manual with clutch, so I'll be paddling it rather than that. And I'm going to turn stability control on, but I don't want traction control. I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright. Now, before we actually hit the line, I've got to figure out what number this car is. The Citroen is number 85. That Challenger was 103. They're in almost the same order as this game. They're in manufacturer alphabetical order. So the McLaren 12C. There it is. I doth hath found it. It is a Sport GT. And now we shall run it down the quarter mile. The only happy and sad thing is this car should be the car that trumps all at the moment. If this car doesn't beat everything, I don't know what goes on. Because I believe that Mustang is the fastest car I've driven at B class. Almost said 11-minute. 11-second quarter mile, nothing to scoff at. Especially with how ballsed up my start was. Yeah, fastest quarter mile time. I imagine this car will get straight ones, at least for a while. And I've got to remember to hold back my thing. Or pull back the rolling start, is what I mean to say. Whenever, or after we get back onto the racing. The circuitry. The 8 car 1 mile. That's how we do. We're gonna do a test track, probably Spa, and maybe Sebring today on this guy. I don't want to get too far in. I've got a couple things I want to get done on my own personal time. So I want to try and get back into consistently streaming. So I'm not doing too long ones. I'm just trying to get back doing them. This thing feels like a rocket ship in comparison to that Challenger. I'm gonna try and upshift right before the finish line to figure out if I've got 7 speeds. I do. Alright, 26.0. Wow. 15 seconds quicker to the millisecond. Or quicker. Slower on the quarter mile. Down to the millimeter, well, millisecond. So, yes. Test track, Spa, Sebring. Well, depends on where it spits me out in the list. I'll take the Toyota. And I'll take the AMG when it comes back. The Sauber, I should say. Race setup. We're going back to custom. It wants us to start right at Test Track Airfield, which happens to be the next race. And we're going from a standing start. I think we're gonna do we'll do Test Track, Top Gear. Ooh, Forzathon. Claiming my rewards. Okay. Oh, I might just do that to get that Porsche. Before we even try and load another track. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go Top Gear. Top Gear, Spa, Sebring. is what I'm thinking. Because I know most of the tracks here are down at the end of the order. Other than pretty much Daytona. And then you got Laguna Seca in the middle. Because we got the test track, Top Gear, Spa, Sebring. Fantastic. And then you got the Le Mans track as well. Circuit de la Sarthe. So Daytona's really the only one kind of at the top end of the alphabet. Ooh, squabbly. I tried to cut in, but then it wouldn't let me, so I backed out, and I got all wibbly wobbly. I love the 12C. Of course I love McLaren's new cars too, but I love the 12C. Way too much power down, way too quickly. One minute 12.475. I'll be disappointed if that's not the quickest. That felt utterly fast. I thought I was already under a minute. That's the second quickest car we've seen. That felt utterly fast. I don't really know. I genuinely don't have a clue what other car would have or could have beaten that. So, on to Top Gear. Sorry, plugging my phone in. Making sure I got a little chargy-wargy. Ooh, woo. Ho, 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 ho. Getting hyped up with the pedals and the shifter. Don't mind the little bit of noise that I know you can hear. Alright. Here we go. Shifting the chair a little bit. Ding, 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 ding. I've won the jackpot. I did it 3 times in a row. I think that might be a telltale sign to stop while I'm ahead. Came in a bit hard under braking, as one does every so often. Out of the hammerhead. Hard on the throttle. I can brake harder. I gotta remember that. I'm so afraid of locking up. Especially because I can turn under braking too. Oh, that ruined the lap. I mean, of course I already had it messed up, but I definitely should have stopped while I was ahead. So, I think I'm gonna call it, and this will be the last race here. Because not only do I really like this track, because it makes me feel like the Stig. Yeah, not only do I love it, I'm getting a bit goofy. And I want precision. And hard. This is a much better lap, or at least it was. That's a real big cut. One minute 22.634. That's part of the reason I'm also driving this car, is I thought it would be a bit goofy, because it's definitely not an old car, but it's becoming kind of an older supercar. And I thought it'd be interesting, because I would love to own one of these, actually, even still today. Okay. This car put the second fastest time as well. So I'm curious now what car has put the fastest time. Alright, I found this car. What is it? The Mustang, yeah. I'm looking at it as the car with all threes. Ooh, alright, I found the car with all of the ones. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. The Ferrari F40 Competizione. Being an R class. I can see that. And I can also see why it's been was abysmal on the drag racing, but crushes on the racetrack itself. That was one of the harder cars for me to drive, because it's a dumb quick car with such a yeah, it's a dumb quick car with such a with a manual still. So sorry for cutting it a little early, because I did promise Spa and Sebring before I promised Top Gear, but we'll get some of them done next time. Spa for sure, because I might go in order next time, so you'll get Spa, Laguna Seca, and Le Mans. If not, finishing out the whole car, because you may have noticed my streams have gotten longer by about 10 minutes each time, so which is about 2 laps every time. So I've done about 2 more laps per car every time. So we should be seeing me rounding out full cars soon, and maybe we'll even be doing 2 cars completely rounded out per stream. So, thank you all for watching. Have a nice day, nice night, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. I will talk to you later. Hopefully we'll get our webcam back soon. Have a nice day.